Hi, it's Wasabi, and welcome back to the channel. Today's battle is on the Redshire map, and we've got Kelso from Lemon Clan. He's in the Leichter Kpz 70k, not sure what the K stands for, maybe kleiner, meaning small in German. But this tank is only available through the loot boxes in the Waffenträger event. There's been a few reviews of it, so we're just going to mention some of the key characteristics as part of this. Alright, now the actual battle is an assault game, and he's on the defending side. So it's a 10-minute game, and to defend and win you just have to keep at least one tank alive, or kill all the enemy of course, but you need to defend your cap so that you don't get capped out. Alright, so 10-minute game, pretty short. So let's see. Now, I guess the selling point of this tank in all the documentation was the amazing gun depression, 17 degrees. It does depend on being stationary and using the sort of siege mode to get the maximum elevation. The other thing about it, of course, is it's a fully automated turret, so the cruise all in the hull makes the turret very small. So the only thing you'll see using the ridgelines carefully is just the top turret, which I'm not sure if it's got a hitbox on it, but I believe it has, but it's a pretty small target, so that doesn't make it invulnerable. However, Kelso is a good player, and he's just using mobility as the key characteristic here. DPM is not a feature of this tank, it's something around 1700 standard, and we can see he's using a complete spotting stealth mode here with low exhaust level and CVS as well as optics, so not getting any advantage apart from using food, which you can see he's doing. But that's an overall improvement of crew skills as well, so it's not specifically for improving DPM. You get a slight advantage out of it, around about 2.2%. But nonetheless, DPM is not what he's using it for. Moving around and the mobility means obviously you can reload in between the shots, but it also confuses the enemy as to where you're going to be shooting from. So the camo, of course, on a light tank is not the best in the game, but it's not completely useless. So using that to his advantage, and there you go, just checking out the view range there. The gun elevation depression side here. So not getting spotted when he's on top of the ridge, of course, but as soon as he's firing, it drops his camo quite substantially, like it does in all tanks, and therefore, pull back as soon as you've shot. But he's already got nearly 1.5k of damage here, and where he can use bushes he is, so he's not getting spotted in some of these things. He's got some nice side shots on tanks here, and that's really the intent of the mobility, is just flanking around and getting a spot. Now he's spotted here, so his tank's obviously a bit distracted and not shooting at him, which is great for Kelso. And this will bring him up to 2k damage with this shot. Yes, it does. So you can see the average damage of this gun is just around about 250. So to get a decent amount of damage out of this, yes, clearly you've got to do quite a number of shots in the game. So the intent there obviously is to stay alive as long as possible, and that's always a thing with light tanks, is you want to be there at the end game, and so nurture your health as much as you can. But you can see here with the layout of this map and the type of game it is with the defense, you get plenty of side shots from the different angles. Now, luckily, the tank he just got shot there was a Blesk, so getting a very limited opportunity to pump shots into him, and he took a very small amount of damage. So I guess that's one of the downsides of the Czech light tanks, is you've really got to sit in front pumping shots into your enemy to get the most out of it. And again, here you can just see he's getting side shots into most of his targets, just moving around the map here and changing the angles as much as he can. Project Iron So he's not getting a lot of assisted damage out of this, but he is getting a lot of damage now. Next shot will bring him to 3k. And as you can see, he's not really lost a lot of health. And I think some people certainly have argued that this particular mode, Assault on Redshire, is very much balanced towards the defending team. Oh, he's spotted here, so I'm not sure who spotted him there. But he's possibly that Barask that is on the minimap, but hasn't been spotted for a little while. Clearly anyone with CVS, and the Barask would be the major culprit there, I would think. He's likely to be doing that, so Kelso not one to let things slide. He's going hunting and he gets spotted again. Can he spot out the Barask? Well, he doesn't need to do it just yet. There's a Charioteer. And he's spotted here. Luckily, only the Charioteer can do anything about it. And in fact, he gets the kill on the Charioteer. Great shooting there. Oh, there's the Barask. He's not as close as we thought, but maybe he's run away. And can he get a shot in on this T10 with his amazing gun depression? Well, not quite. Now, these hills, as you see in a lot of these situations, the hills are really quite sharp top, so you need to really expose yourself a fair bit to even use 17 degrees. It's not the best thing, and there he gets tagged by the T10. Anyway, it's getting close to 3.5k of damage. This ISU 152k. He's gone to HE rounds there, but not managing to penetrate the front of the ISU there. Not sure if that's the best choice, so he's switching to his premium rounds, which are heat. It's a blind shot, so potentially we'll see some damage at the end from that. Now, they're sort of in clean-up mode here. They are 4 tanks up. Still got a fairly handy hit point lead here. And the enemy is still being fairly aggressive and attacking. That's good. That just puts him into positions where Kelso can get some targets. So when I said he's switching to heat rounds before, he's used all of his standard rounds, so that's fine. He's just helping mop up here now. Nearly 4.5k damage. In fact, it will be 4.5k now. There he goes. And there's still a few tanks left to go. Now, effectively he's bottom tier. There's some tier 9 tanks here. So there's a T30 who isn't showing up at the moment as being spotted. But oh, there's the ISU. Oh, gets another kill there. So great shooting there from Kelso. Nice shooting skills. And now it's just mopping up, so trying to get as much damage out of this game as possible. And there's the T30, so probably get 1 or 2 shots out of this if you can do this safely. T30 obviously has got a big gun and could potentially one-shot Kelso, so he's using the bushes here to keep invisible, and that doesn't help. He's made visible, but the T30's fired now. You can't do much about it. And it's another kill to Kelso, and in fact that is the last one of the game. Just under 5k damage. I wonder if those blind shots paid off. Sadly, the blind shots didn't pay off, so just under 5k of damage. So still a great result there. 4 kills, 2.5k spotting in the end. So combined 7.5k, or pretty close to it, so excellent result there. And that's obviously paid off in a few medals here. So we've got Confederate, of course, for damaging a lot of tanks killed by his team. High caliber award for the most damage, and looks like the Orlix reward, is that right? Yep, Orlix medal. So that's for killing at least 2 tanks that are tier above you. That's for the T10 and the T30 that he polished off. So that's a great way of getting a win. And of course, he's earned the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge there. So let's have a look at the team score. Oh, 1774 base. That's a really nice level there, and well deserved, of course. Damage-wise, yeah, not quite twice the BZ 176, but pretty close. The BZ and the IS-3 doing their good share of damage. And on the enemy side, the RSU-152K, that sniping position at the back, just picking off tanks as they were coming over the ridgeline. Good shooting there from that player there as well. Nearly 4.8k of damage, just under Kelso. So didn't get the high caliber aboard, but still 3 kills in it. Excellent effort from that player. Now, don't know if that's a proper name. Let's have a quick look. No, this is username. So, well, good. Your username's a number. Excellent. All right. So let's have a look at the details here. So they end up firing 29 shots. As I said, DPM, not a great feature of this tank, but in 10 minutes you can get 29 shots out. You're doing well. 24 hits out of that, 22 penetrations, and one being splash damage. So that was an HE shell that he tried on the ICU-152K. And that explains that. You can see 1,600 damage done from more than 300 metres, but that means the rest of it done pretty close, and we saw that on the ridgeline, just using that gun depression, but not hanging around to keep shooting. That's the key thing there. So economics-wise, this is a premium vehicle. It's tier 8, so you're going to get the full benefit here, but he did have personal reserves running as well. That's given him a great amount of income, and even with the cost of ammunition, using all of your standard, then getting into the premium stuff and consumables, he's ended up with a great profit there of 150k. So great result there from Kelso. Thanks Crazy for sending me the file. If you're watching this, I hope you enjoy it, get something out of it for whether you want to use that tank or acquire it. Please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, that's an option. More great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.